Which business should you start? Watch this video if you're wanting to get into business, maybe you're already in business and you don't know which business is for you long term. Please pay attention. I've coached over 10,000 people. I've been in business for over 10 years now, made millions of dollars. I've tried businesses that weren't really for me, but it just got me started. And now I'm able to show people how to get clear on which business is probably a great fit for them long term. So if you're new to the channel, thank you for joining me. My name is Lewis Huckstep. I've written a book. It's called The Inspired Life Method, which really ties into this. I help people become visionaries. Now, before I rip into this, I'm going to give you guys steps to do today and practical exercises for you to go implement right here, right now. The only request I've got from you is if you like this video and subscribe and leave a comment below. I'm the only one that does these response to these comments, and I try to get back to every single one that I can. So comment below, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's begin. So to make money, there's 4 pathways that you can pick from. Now, there's one that I don't suggest. Pathway number 1, work a job that you hate and never change. Please don't do this one. That's the one that you don't do. Now, the way I measure this option is if money was not a factor, would you keep doing what you do for work? Most people I ask, about 90% of them say no. Because maybe it's some parts of what they do. Like, I'll use me as an example. I wanted to become a teacher. That was a path that I wanted to go down. And I got into university to become a teacher. And I then became a teacher aide whilst I was, before I went there, to give it a bit of a taste. And I didn't enjoy it, to be honest. There were some parts I really enjoyed, but there were some things I really didn't enjoy. Because I was helping people learn, and I was being a teacher aide. Obviously, it wasn't the full experience of it. But I was teaching people, but it was about things I just don't care about. I don't really care about Romeo and Juliet. I don't really care about Pythagoras' theorem. I like teaching, as you can tell. I love coaching. But it's about purpose and trauma and healing and relationships and these things, the things that inspire me, right? So the measurement I have for step number 1, or pathway number 1, is if money was not a factor, would you keep doing what you do for work? Yes or no? I'd love to know your answers in the comments. About 80-90% of people that I've asked is a no. The answer is no. And that's okay. That's pathway number 1. So don't do this one. Long term anyways. Do what you need to do. Just disclaimer. Do what you need to do to pay the bills, right? Pay the bills, eat, survive, and then outside of that, use all your extra energy, effort, and resources to go into the other 3 options. Option number 2, pathway number 2, is get a career that is aligned with your values and your purpose. Get a career aligned with your values and purpose. Now, if you don't know what your purpose is, go to my YouTube channel and type in Lewis Huckstep purpose, or just type that into YouTube and it should come up. It's a free training. It's absolutely free. I take you through the exact purpose process to find your purpose. It is such a beautiful process. So find your purpose and then values. I teach values in my book and I teach values in my other coaching. Values are areas of life that fulfill you. They're not things like honesty, loyalty, integrity, control, freedom. Those aren't values. Values are areas of life that you do. You express those values through your calendar, through your time, through your energy. You spend money on it. You think about it. You talk about it. You're inspired by it. So your values and your purpose, get clear on what they are, then go get a career being able to express it to the highest degree that you can. That's option number 2. Option number 3 is build a business that gives you financial freedom. So it's a vehicle to make money. Making money, baby. Now, it's not necessarily like I'm so fulfilled by it. I'm so passionate about it. It's so fulfilling to me. It's making money. Let's just call a spade a spade. It's to make money. Now, common ones like this might be like a network marketing business. It might be an e-commerce business. It might be a franchise business. It might be, I don't know, whatever role you've had and whatever credentials you've gone through, you've just started your own business doing that. Now, I did that too. My journey, I got into network marketing. I became one of the youngest, well, as far as I know, the youngest in Australia at the time to hit a certain high achiever mark in the company. I was in Herbalife, for anyone that knows Herbalife. I hit the Get team level for anyone that's in Herbalife. I hit that at 19 years old. I got flown around the country to speak on stage for it. So I did network marketing. Now, network marketing was not an expression of my purpose, which we'll hear about in a moment, but it was a vehicle to make money. Then I got into gyms. I owned gyms. I owned 3 gyms by the age of 23. And again, I wasn't that passionate about calories and protein and all that stuff. I look after my health. Like I go to the gym, I train, and I look after my health and fitness, but there's only so many times I could talk about calories and protein and training programs. But I could talk for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours about purpose and mindset and trauma and all the things I love teaching, right? So I did gyms. And then I got to a point where I hit a breaking point. I'm not going to share that full story today. But then I got into, Well, I got clear on my purpose, my values, which is what I'm suggesting you guys to go do. And then I built a business doing that. Okay? So I'm going to go through those steps. I'll give you pathway number 4. Pathway number 1, work a job you hate, never change. And I measure it as in if money wasn't a factor, would you keep doing it? Number 2, build a career aligned with your values and purpose. Go find out your purpose. Do my training on YouTube. Find your purpose. And do my values. It's through my book. It's through my free trial that you can get below. Get clear on what they are and go build a life, live in that. Or build a career that allows you to express it to the highest degree that you possibly can. Number 3, build a business that purely is a vehicle to make money. Just making money, baby. Now, hopefully you're somewhat passionate about it, but it could be a business you don't give a shit about. Maybe you just see an opportunity in the market. You can figure out like Bitcoin or Forex trading, or AI is obviously coming in real hot right now at the time of filming this. So maybe you want to go just see an opportunity and just pounce on it and just go do it. Now, side note, you might be someone who is just super passionate about business full stop. So in that case, don't worry about the sort of purpose part. Just build any business. Any business you will get a kick out of it, right? Now, you can look at trends and what's growing at the moment and all those things, but I'm not going to talk about that for today. The fourth pathway, this is my preferred pathway, is to build a purpose-led business. When what you do is the greatest expression of who you are, you will do your life's best work. I love that line. When what you do is the greatest expression of who you are, you will do your life's best work. That's where you know your purpose and you build a business that allows you to express your purpose. That's what I'm very privileged and grateful, and I've worked obviously very hard to get here, but I'm able to do that now. My purpose is to heal and raise consciousness. Can you see that everything I do, my book, my podcast, my content, my coaching, my programs, my events, everything that I do, the thing in alignment with my business, allows me to express my purpose. That's why I love saying this line here. The need for motivation is a symptom of an uninspired goal. Business is hard. So any pathway you pick, well, we'll focus on business. I'm going to focus on those 2 pathways. The career one's a little bit simpler. Just go find a career that allows you to express those values and purpose. But I'm going to focus on the bottom 2 now. So build a business that's not necessarily a purpose business. It's just to make money. You see an opportunity, you're there to make some money. Or second, it's a purpose-led business. I'm going to focus on those 2 for the rest of this conversation. The reason I prefer a purpose-led business is because business is fucking hard. It's very hard. And no one gives a fuck how you feel. No one gives a fuck whether you succeed or not. Your competitors certainly don't. They want to take your clients. They want their money. Now, I think Steve Jobs said something along the lines of like, do something you're passionate about. Because success is hard either way. May as well do something you're passionate about because you're more likely to follow through. I'm butchering that quote, but I think you guys, if you know Steve Jobs, he said something along the lines of that. Success or business is very hard. Tony Robbins says it's a gladiator sport. It's a sport where the longer you play, the more likely you die. Pretty brutal, hey? So if you're wanting to have a higher probability of succeeding, do something that you're passionate about, that you love, that you're inspired by. That's an expression of your purpose. Now, again, you don't necessarily need to, but I prefer to. Now, I'm going to show you an example. My brother, I love my brother, Tommy. It's actually his birthday today. Happy birthday, Tom. He turns 30 today. Happy birthday, you old bastard. Happy birthday, Tom. So I love my brother, and he took about 7 years of me doing my self-growth for him to listen to me, because I'm his younger brother, of course. And he has a perfect journey through this. So he became a mechanic. He didn't know what he wanted to do with himself long term. And my brother has attempted suicide before. He's been on antidepressants, anti-anxiety medications. He had his pain, his trauma, and his abuse that he went through. And he just didn't know who he was. He didn't know what he wanted to do. He didn't know his values. He didn't know his purpose. He didn't know what he wanted to do long term. Finally listened to me after a while. And I helped him get clear on his purpose and his values, his vision, all these things. Now, he'd already been qualified as a mechanic. He was a qualified mechanic. And he's kind of getting up to the point where I want to start a business. And he's someone who would always have a new idea. I'd call him every week and he's got a new fucking business idea. Hey, mate, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? What do you think of this? I'm like, brother, just fucking pick one and execute. Just start one of them. And he's like, well, which one would you suggest? So it's kind of like, I want to do this mechanic thing because I'm a mechanic and I can see an opportunity to make some money here. Or his purpose, which for him is around helping fathers be a healthy father and be present for their kids and help just dads be healthy dads for their relationships, their marriages, and their children. Which one would you suggest doing? I say, which one are you more passionate about? He's like, oh, the kids thing. I said, well, man, business is hard. Like, if you want to be successful, give yourself 10 years. Like, think of decades, not days, not months, not years, decades. And if you're super passionate about the parenting, the father thing, the helping the dad thing, then you're gonna be inspired by it. You're gonna be curious about it. You're gonna be energized by it. You're gonna be you're gonna be more drawn to it versus you're just doing the mechanic thing just to make money. Again, there's no right and wrong, but if you're gonna do something long term to be successful, may as well do something that you're more curious about, you're more inspired by, you're more fulfilled by. So he started this mechanic business, didn't really go anywhere, kind of fizzled out. And then he finally leaned into doing what he's doing now. And he literally started like 2 weeks ago, which I'm so proud of him for doing it. And he started posting content. He started posting his first videos on it. And I called him like literally 2 days ago. No, actually yesterday. I called him yesterday. This is like fresh off the press. And I called him and I said, hey man, how are you? What's going on? How's your day going? And I said, how have you been? It's been a week since you started posting your content. How have you enjoyed it? How's it going? He's like, oh, it's going really good. I'm really happy with it, really excited by it. I asked him this question. I said, how do you feel now that you've got something that you get to build around what you're doing for work? And he's still doing a career that he loves, because he's doing now a career in social work. He's a social worker. He's helping kids that are in unhealthy sort of dynamics with their parents, and he's helping those kids out. So he's still doing something he loves, but he wants to build a business which is a full expression of who he is. So I asked him, like, how do you feel now that you've got this little project that you're like energized by and fulfilled by? And his answer was perfect for this conversation. He said, man, honestly, when I was doing the mechanic thing, whenever I'd finish work and I had time to work on the business, I felt like I was forcing myself to do it. Like I had to do it. But now I'm so excited to actually work on the business. I'm actually excited for it. I'm energized by doing it. That's the power of building a purpose-led business. So those are the options, and those are the things I want you to consider. Business is hard, full stop. So whatever you're going to do something long-term. It's going to take you 5-10 years just to get momentum and learn skills if you're literally fresh doing it. Now, you could argue, Alex Hormozi says this a lot. He's like, fuck your passion, just do something. And I agree to that to a degree. Just start something. But if I was to help you pick which one you're probably going to do long-term and probably have a higher likelihood of being successful at, find your purpose, go to YouTube, type in Lewis Huckstep purpose, go do the purpose process, then figure out how can I build a business doing this and giving this back to others? Because you'll be more fulfilled, more energized, you'll have more energy, you'll be more curious, you'll think about it more often, you'll be more enthusiastic doing it, and you'll be more fulfilled by doing it as well. So that would be my recommendation. Then you get clear on what problems are you solving? How do you build out your offers? How do you systemize it? How do you build your ecosystem? There's a ton of work that goes into it, but I'm not talking about that today. I'm just trying to help you decide on which pathway to take, because business takes years to be successful at it. I've just started coaching people and building their coaching business, their purpose-led business. And it's so cool that they're starting to make sales, and it's so inspiring to see them do that. But it's a journey. There's a lot of things to learn: how to market, how to post content, how to systemize, how to sell, all this stuff. But I hope you guys got some value from this. Let me know your thoughts down below. Subscribe if you haven't, like if you haven't, shared if you haven't. It really means a lot. If you're interested in working with me and you want to get clear on all the deeper stuff that I work, all the frameworks, all the roadmaps, all the systems that I give, there's a free trial down below. You get a one-on-one call with me when you grab the trial as well, if you want to work with me properly. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Hope you got some value from this. Go change the world. See ya.